Hi everyone, my name is Ava Smallcombe. I'm a senior at Bluffton High School, and today I'll be presenting my research on the ecological impact of littering on urban wildlife in Ohio. I focused specifically on Buckeye Park in Bluffton, where I participated in a cleanup and observed firsthand how litter affects local wildlife. And here's some pictures of Buckeye Park. Why this topic matters. I chose this topic because littering is a visible problem in nearly every community, even in small towns like Bluffton. I often notice trash along trails and near rivers, and I wanted to learn how it affects wildlife and ecosystems. My goal was to understand both the immediate dangers, like animals eating it or getting trapped in trash, and the long-term effects, like changes in biodiversity and habitat quality. Okay, some background on litter in Ohio. According to Keep Ohio Beautiful, Ohio collects over 11 million pounds of litter every year. The most common items are plastics like water bottles, cigarette butts, and food wrappers. Litter can be found along roads, in city parks, and in rivers. The Ohio EPA emphasizes that litter affects both land and aquatic animals, disrupting ecosystems and adding pollutants to soil and water. Even though cleanup efforts are improving, the issue continues to grow statewide. How wildlife is affected. Wildlife can be harmed by litter in many ways. Entanglement occurs when animals get trapped in plastic or string. Ingestion happens when animals mistake trash for food. For instance, birds eating cigarette butts, or squirrels chewing on food wrappers. Litter can also release chemicals into soil and water, creating toxicity that affects plants and animals. Over time, it degrades habitats and reduces biodiversity in that area. Okay, so my field site was obviously Buckeye Park in Bluffton, Ohio. I conducted my field observation at Buckeye Park, and it has walking trails, benches, it has a pond and a playground, and it is home to squirrels, raccoons, ducks, and geese. Those are just the most common animals. Because it's a well-used public space with visible wildlife, it was a perfect place to observe how litter and human activity overlap. Okay, so my field observation findings. On Saturday, November 1st, I joined the Bluffton cleanup crew to remove litter from Buckeye Park. I documented plastic water bottles, food wrappers, cigarette butts, and paper items. Most trash was concentrated near benches, the pond, and walking paths, as well as the river, and the same areas where I saw ducks swimming and squirrels foraging. Seeing wildlife so close to litter helps me understand how easy it is for animals to come in contact with harmful materials. My favorite thing I found was a big tire. Okay, so the ecological impact at Buckeye Park. At Buckeye Park, litter is more than just an eyesore. It's a hazard. Ducks and other birds may ingest small bits of plastic or cigarette filters near the water's edge. Squirrels might chew on wrappers while searching for food. Litter that reaches the pond can release chemicals through runoff, affecting aquatic organisms and water quality. Over time, these factors can reduce biodiversity and disturb the balance of the park's ecosystem.
Excuse the interruption, but will Ainsley Ulrey come to the office? Ainsley Ulrey.
Okay, so policy and community action. Community action is key. Bluffton's cleanup crew hosts local volunteer events to reduce litter, while the Ohio EPA offers litter prevention grants to fund equipment and education programs, which are extremely important. I also participated in education efforts myself. My friend and I presented to elementary students about Earth Day, which I thought was fitting into this presentation, and protecting wildlife from litter. So I have first-hand experience about presenting and educating people. We explained how even small actions like picking up trash or recycling make a big difference. Teaching younger students helps spread the awareness and encourages lifelong environmental responsibility. So a few of them that I listed was city litter ordinances, improved trash bin placement and signage in parks, and Ohio EPA litter prevention grant support community programs. So that would be adding more trash cans to our parks and getting grants from the Ohio EPA to put up more signs to inform people where trash bins are. Okay, so some solutions and personal actions and community action. Each of us can help reduce litter. Using reusable water bottles and containers limits single-use plastics. Properly disposing of cigarette waste prevents filters from entering parks or waterways. Joining or leading cleanup events like the one I attended directly improves habitats. Educating others, as I did with younger students, helps keep the message alive. Every small step adds to real change. And I know it's hard sometimes to think that small things like this improve anything, but it really does, especially to keep where you live clean. So here's a picture of us at the cleanup crew. That was the Bluffton Leo Club that I was with, that we went to. And here's some of the younger girls that we found along and cleaned up with them. And then there was me presenting to some of the younger elementary students. So, okay, so my conclusion. In conclusion, litter is a major environmental issue, even in small communities like Bluffton. It threatens wildlife, reduces biodiversity, and pollutes soil and water. But community and individual actions can make measurable change. From cleanup days to educational programs, we can all play a role in protecting Ohio's environment. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. What small changes could help reduce litter in your local parks? And then I had this quote that I thought was important. One piece of litter might not seem like much until you're the animal it harms. And there was the trash bags we cleaned up. That's the Welcome to Bluffton sign. And it was a total, I think, of 6 big trash bags that we collected. So, and then at the end, I have my references, and I would love to answer any questions or concerns anybody might have. So yeah, feel free to interact, and I'm excited to watch everybody else's video. So thanks for watching.